If you're a content creator or a photographer, then this video is meant for you. Higgsfield AI just released a new feature which is called Cinema Studio. If you've been finding it difficult to access some certain gears, cameras, lenses of your choice, or you don't even know how to handle any of them, then this particular feature is meant for you. With Cinema Studio, you can pick any gear of your choice, select the lens that you want for your job. Of course, select the aspect ratio to fit in what you want. With this feature, you can create cinematic content just like the one that you just finished watching. So say no more to the stress of content creation with this new feature called Cinema Studio. Let's hop in as we understand the nitty gritty of this feature. This video is sponsored by Higgsfield AI. Now, the very first thing you're going to do is to open higgsfield.ai on your web browser. Once you do that, you can access the feature here. Of course, you see that when on your Explorer, you will see the new feature which is called Cinema Studio. You click on it, and once you click on it, of course, it will open up. Now, once it opens up, you should have a blank interface. But I have used it to create some content, of course, because I need to watch and learn and also know what to teach you guys. Because in this channel, I ensure that I teach you guys what I know, what I have verified. Okay, so now we have the first one, which is called image. Okay, now under this image, you can generate any image of your choice. This is where you select the, of course, the image that you want to work on, or you can give it a prompt to generate the image here. Okay, you can either upload your image, of course, or you can describe the scene and the image will be generated. So to, of course, upload your image, you click on this and upload, and you can get your image um on your workspace. All right, so now under here we have batch size. How many sizes do you want to create? If you want to create four, for now you can create one or four. So if you click on plus, it will give you four badges. So if I should generate this image, I will have like four different images for this, but I'll be working with one. Now up next we have that is the resolution, of course, and we have 1K, 2K, and we have 4K. Now I will advise you, of course, to just use the 2K. It will give you a balanced resolution, but you can go for 4K if that's what you want. By your right hand side, before your generate, you have where you can select your gears, okay, your camera and your lens. So you click on it, and we can have, these are cameras. We have cameras. You can scroll and select any camera of your choice. Yes, you have the opportunity to select the ones that you want. I can leave mine at Red V Raptor. Of course, then we have the lenses. You can choose any lens of your choice, the lens that suits what you want to achieve, and leave it here. And then we have the focal length. How close do you want the image, or how wide do you want it to look? So I'll leave mine at 50. Now, once you leave it at 50 mm, you can just click here, and then of course we can generate, but you have to upload or you give it a simple prompt. So now let me of course upload, or better still, let's give it a prompt and let's see what we have. So once you have added your prompt, of course, you can use ChatGPT to create your prompt. I have made videos on how to use ChatGPT to create different prompts for different things you want to work on. So you can go to my videos and watch and learn. Okay, so you click on generate. Once you click on generate, you wait and allow it to load, and of course it will generate. Now, as you can see, let me take you around. You can see that these are different images that I was able to generate. Of course, these are different images I was able to generate. I generated different images based on my choice, and of course I generated this image. And let me explain something very quickly. You can see that here we have multi-shots. Okay, multi-shot says create 9 different cinematic angles in one generation. Okay, and it costs 4 credits only. Let me tell you something that you need to know. Most times if you're creating if you're generating an image or you're creating a content that requires different shots, you won't be able to achieve it and maintain the same facial appearance and of course the look. But with this cinema studio, that's Higgsfield Cinema Studio, you can create different shots after you have created your main image. Once you click on multi shots, it will give you different shots, and now we can see that we have different shots here. So if I click on this, it's supposed to open up the different shots that we have. Okay, I went ahead to give the prompts, and it gave me this particular image. And when I got this image, what I did was, of course, what I did with this image was I prompted it. Of course, I gave it an instruction that I click on this multi shots, and then it gave me other angles. Now, the job of the multi shot is to give you different angles. You can see these are different angles. Okay, these are different angles, and with each of the angles you can establish each of the shot inside the catalog. You can establish it into a single image. As you can see, I was able to establish this, and of course I have different angles here, different angles, all with the help of course, the cinema studio. Now, having done that, of course, I played around with my pictures, and as you can see, it's looking very, very cool. Very, very cool. In fact, with these, you don't need to go to a studio to start stressing yourself with studio sessions. These are features that you can access within a few seconds. All right. So this is the prompt I gave. Of course, I said a cinematic wide angle shot, and I gave it the aspect ratio I needed. Okay, because I want it to be a cinema um, aspect ratio, right? Which is 21:9. Now, I said of a Nigerian female movie character standing outside a luxury hotel at night. She's dressed in elegant, traditional, and the rest is stories. And this is what we have. This is the perfect definition of what we are looking for. Okay, so when I click on this now, okay, you can see I have features here. I can either copy the prompt or I can reprompt it. Okay, recreate. I can click on recreate to recreate this. Probably I'm not okay with this. I can click on recreate, or I can publish this. Okay, you can publish this, and once you publish it, if anybody access Higgsfield AI, the person will see it. Or you can convert it to a video, or you can download or upscale. What I do most of the times, I upscale. So once you click on upscale, it will take you to another portal where you can upscale this picture, this image to your size, and you can see edit or you can delete. All right, so having said that, let's still play around with what we have now. Another feature I want you to observe is, of course, this image reference. Of course, so if you want to create multiple images, right, you can use it as a reference to create multiple, and it will give you consistent images. But this cinema studio does not stop in image generation. It goes way, 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 way further than that. Of course, we can have what we call start frame. If you click on this start frame, what happens is that it will take you to another version where you can generate images. Now that's where you can generate videos rather. Now that's where this video comes in. Click on this video. Once you click on this video, okay, and of course this is it. Once you click on video, you can give it a prompt. All right, you can give it a prompt, or you can choose not to. All right, and of course this is it. Let me get rid of this. All right, so we have the start frame and we have the end frame. The start frame is what you want to see at the beginning, and then the end frame is how you want the video to end. So I told you that with this you can create movies that, of course, you can post on your YouTube channels, your Facebook, call it whatever thing, you can have it here. And here we have the movement. Now this is where the camera movement, of course, this is where the whole movement happens. Now we have the static handheld. The camera now, they are handheld. When you hold your phone or you hold your camera handheld, there will be some shaky effect. Now that is what this handheld will give you. When we have zoom out, this zoom out will give you exactly what you are looking at. It will zoom out from the character. And we have zoom in, we have camera flow follow. Now this camera follow, what happens there is that the character follows. Of course, the character follows the camera. All right, and we have pan. We have different angles. We have orbit, around. We have dolly. These are cinematic shots, different angles, cinematic angles. We have drone shot, yes. So in case if you're looking for a drone to shoot your content and you don't have one, worry less. With this feature, you can get your drone shot. This is amazing. I mean, this is amazing. As of few weeks back, Higgsfield AI, of course, they brought out a new feature which was called Nano Banana Pro. And this time around, here is another feature which is amazing. I mean, this is worth paying for. It is worth paying for. So once you select what you want, okay, I'll just select orbit around. All right. Once you select orbit around, you can give it a prompt. Okay, it's your choice. You can give it a prompt. You can give it a prompt. All right. You can give it a prompt. I said add a. There's a show behind the scenes of the image. I know show behind the scenes and other thing. I said now. I said add a soft wedding or a cinematic ambient sound. Now that's that for that. Of course, I'm expected to add start a frame. Okay, so I can now pick which one do I want. I'll just pick this lady. Okay, since I'm working with her, and of course, if I want the scene to end with someone, I can add it here. Then we have the duration. Duration we have 5 and 10 seconds for now. 10 seconds is quite amazing. I mean, with 10 seconds, you can create something very very nice that you can work with. The sound you can either activate or deactivate the sound by clicking on this place, and we have slow motion. If you want to get a slow mo video, okay, if you are shooting a wedding, if you want to create a wedding cinematic shot, you might want to activate the slow mo. But if you don't want, you can just leave it. And of course, just like the previous one, you can either change it to batch 1 or batch 4. Batch 4 means it will give you 4 different contents, while 1 will just give you 1. And with this, you can click on generate. So once you click on generate, of course, the results will open up here, depending on how fast your network connection is. This is an amazing feature. I don't know what you are still doing. Okay, you just need to go to higgsfield.ai. All right, search for Cinema Studio. You will see it. This is it, Cinema Studio, and you can access this to your taste. Okay, you can access this to your taste. I have been playing around with this, as you can see, and I'm very very happy with what I've gotten so far. Yes, these shots are amazing. In fact, let's look at this. Let's look at this shot and see. So this is what I created. You can see this is my image. In fact, I don't even know where this is. Okay, I just gave that instruction and boom, I have this result. Okay, in fact, you can use this for your content and it will not be flagged as copyright. Shout out to Higgsfield.ai for this amazing feature. They are changing the game in AI content creation. They are changing everything. They are changing it. And this is really amazing. I mean, this is amazing. Let's give them their flowers. I mean, they are really trying. They are really trying. I think this is a drone shot. Let's watch and see the drone shot. Okay. I think this is very funny for me. First time I watched this, I think this is looking like some of the people that have done something bad and is trying to run. Now watch this. This is I love this. I love this. This is very very creative. Okay, this is creative. You can use this to create a story. You can create a lot of content around this. Okay, so if you enjoyed this tutorial, of course, please drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. What do you think about this Higgsfield Cinema Studio? Is it worth your money? Of course, is it worth trying out? I will tell you it is worth it. Okay, now let's look at the result that we got. Okay, this is the result. All right, so let's wait for it to load. Okay, this is amazing. Are you seeing this shot? These are shots that can only be achieved using high performance gears like gimbal, gears like rollers. These are amazing. Imagine the camera orbiting around your character. I don't even know if you can achieve this with some AI tools, but with this Higgsfield Cinema Studio, you can achieve this. Watch this and see. Look at this is amazing. Come on. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. Okay, I love this. So, without any further ado, visit Higgsfield.ai. Of course, don't forget to what's it called now? Drop a like, subscribe because it's very very important. Yeah, subscribe and do the needful, which is use the website to create content as soon as possible. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. My name is James Ifan Izochukwu, of course, Ifijam of Fastagist. I create AI related content, ensuring that I ensure I teach, of course, by enlightening other people on the latest AI tools that I find around myself. Of course, I test run them before I teach, so I ensure I don't put it through unnecessary stress. Thank you very much for sticking around with me. Of course, bye bye for now.